do we want to do a recap of your last little adventure?
Previously on the ministry.
Nothing important happened. We bribed somebody, and we're going to get fucked for it later.
I don't know why you think that would be true.
Clock, 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 clock. Oh, look at all these clocks.
Oh.
The becoming of the Harbinger and the cull of Crow's Foot. Wow.
Yeah. We left some people alive, and I think we're going to learn our lesson about that.
Right. Right.
So, they have... Dave, what's that from?
What?
Your backdrop?
It's supposed to be Nostromo.
Okay. I was wondering if that was Alien.
It looked. I think it's one of the more recent ones, but or maybe from the computer game. I don't know. I was trying to find. There was no real good angle I could find on it, but I figured it was appropriate for quarantine.
Yeah. So, you've had Fog Hounds kind of coming around your territory. You've seen them coming in like a couple different groups. Stuff is probably going to get sticky real soon.
Can I pause this real quick?
Yeah.
Dave, did you do your advancement yet?
I thought I did.
I don't know whether you did or not. I was just making sure you did before we moved on because
Come on, I can't do it.
It might be important to us at some
The last thing that it says under where the rolls are is I did my special ability, tough as nails. That was what I chose.
Okay, so then you did take it. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's all. All right. So there are Fog Hounds sniffing around our territory.
Okay.
Rat bastards.
I was going to say...
Let's do our best to make sure they don't leave our territory.
Well, we shall.
Right. Dagnabbit. It would be all right if I have a couple times a day where I send out Chum to go and kind of scout around for me. My bird. Just kind of get a lay of the land, see if there's anything strange going on.
How would he tell you if there's anything strange?
Talk to you.
Well, I know he doesn't talk, but we got a language.
He does a little bee dance.
We got a little, if he comes back, he's all disheveled. I know there's some stuff going on.
I thought I was a crazy one.
If he's out of sorts.
So we all are, brother.
Stuff.
We all are, brother. We just learned to deal with ours without a fucking bird.
Don't make me shit on you. Don't make me shit on you.
You have a bird.
I do.
No, I said you or the bird.
Both. We can both do it. Mine's just a little bigger.
I'm just saying.
Doggy threatens from the balcony.
If that bird shits on me, I'm shitting on him right back. It's been warned.
Don't think I won't.
Good luck.
I'll do it in the middle of a fucking street.
God, I love our crew.
Well, it seems to me we've got a problem. What with the Fog Hounds sniffing around.
Right.
Maybe
in their place.
Pissing in secret on our territory.
We have shirked in our lesson teaching responsibilities, brothers.
Well, I think that right now we should focus on, I don't know, developing our territory.
Right.
It's just as a thought. I mean, we can always just go full out, balls out, and try and take them out.
Second.
But
do we want to convert them, or do we want to obliterate them?
I honestly, I think that maybe we could do a couple of hopefully quick scores here. That would be helpful for us. There's if we did turf and then over to barracks, we'd get +1 scale for our thugs, and all of a sudden we'd have many more thug cohorts than
True.
than Broke Tooth Tommy and Drudge.
Right.
And it would be nice to have many more.
I agree. Yeah, I think we should do a couple scores.
I mean, there's one, or turf and then blue coat intimidation to take down the heat per score would be good.
Now, if we did turf and barracks and then like fighting pits, we could just say it's just a soccer league. That's all.
Right.
Just a rugby league.
Just a pastime.
Yeah.
Kicking a bowl around,
People's
Like-
game.
Right.
Something for the lads.
Sounds like a good plan.
So is that what we want to do? Move over to try and take some turf from somewhere?
I think we need to expand our turf.
And also, with how our scores have gone too, like turf to informants, actually start cultivating some spies within their territory.
Or, anyway, I mean, honestly, it wouldn't be bad to get the cabbies or the gondoliers on our side because they go everywhere in the city.
Right.
And that would, if we get informants in the cabbies or informants in the gondoliers, that's plus faction with another gang technically as well, but also with informants. So we'd get more info for scores. Now, it probably also was going to come with more obligation.
Maybe we need to get our own gondolier company.
I think that would be taking turf from the gondoliers and lowering our reputation with them. And I don't know about you, but I don't feel like pulling people through the fucking muck.
Right.
I'm okay with pulling them into the muck.
I don't have my cab license.
So here's the question then. Which direction do we want to go?
Small thing I don't think we realized.
Hmm.
Was it last time that you got the or the time did you get the extra stash for the crew advancements upon crew advance? No, that's when the crew goes off. Never mind. That's when you're not the special abilities. That's when the crew goes up. Sorry.
Yeah. It's when we go up in tier.
Yep.
Okay. So if we do turf, we have two directions three. We could go anywhere. It's just going to be more difficult. But if we went to turf, we'd have to choose which direction we're going with turf.
Yeah.
Whether towards fighting or towards barracks, towards warehouses, informants, or towards fighting pits, blue coat intimidation. Or we could go
with the blood trail we leave. Blue coat intimidation might not be a bad idea.
It might not. And also we have it would be able to develop on our association with Conway, our relationship with Conway.
And infirmary, because that's one of the long-term project I'm thinking of, like doing a clinic for the neighborhood. So
you think that's a direction we want to go? Turf, blue coat, infirmary? I'm looking at, we're in the middle of a war, and so my quickest thing is if we go turf and then +1 scale for our thugs, or turf and then our teal roll minus heat equals coin and down. So we'd get coin for downtime.
Yeah, I'm thinking right now that the cohorts or the heat, the -2 heat, seem to me to be a bigger priority. One of those two.
I'm up for whatever. I'm happy to just be here.
I like the -2 heat and then the -1 to healing rolls. And that gives us a plan for the next few scores if that's what we want.
Yeah.
The stuff like the fighting pits and the protection racket, those are things for when we're a higher tier.
Though the fighting pit also does kind of fit into you too, because now you can be your own dice purveyor.
Well,
cut me off.
I switched to booze, but absolutely. But those are better off when we're a higher tier. after we've gained more turf and stuff. But if we do, the first step is turf, unless we're doing street fence, which is additional coin. But I say we take turf. We do it by battle or extortion, so we get additional coin for that, right? The question is, whose turf are we taking? Because if we move on the Fog Hounds or an ally of the Fog Hounds, we are advancing that clock, period.
Well, we need to find out who are the Foghorn allies and how many of the Foghorn actually are left.
It doesn't matter.
Foghorn is the Leghorns.
I say, son, I say.
I do believe you're coming into my territory.
I set that in motion. I apologize.
The donut hole is not a hole at all, but in fact, a smaller donut.
Within which there is another hole.
God, I cried laughing.
What would fill that hole?
What is this from?
Oh, have you seen Knives Out?
Oh, yeah.
Two things. One of the most fun I've had in the theater in a while.
Yeah.
Two, I don't think I've ever seen a cast who is more clearly having fun.
Oh, they were looking like they could have been laughing immediately after every take.
They're actually saying Michael Shannon was the funniest person on set.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're saying he's hysterical.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I love the standing up. No?
It's very funny if you haven't seen it. Definitely check it out.
Well, also taking turf from the Fog Hounds also just hurt them since we're at war with them already.
Well, here's the deal: is that if we do anything at all, then our war with the Fog Hounds is going to come to the head. Because there's one tick on that 4-tick clock left. I don't know if you're paying attention, but if you zoom out, you'll see it. It's the green clock. And any aggression on the Fog Hounds right now means that the next thing we do is imminent battle with the Fog Hounds. And we have no time to prep for it, and we have no time to heal for it. So right now, I don't know, is anyone injured?
No, I have no stress, and I believe all my harm. Yeah, I forgot to remove it, but I did take care of my sore ribs with help from my friends, my sister.
I have no harm and no stress, and our cohort is fully healed. There's not going to be a better time to do this than right now. Although, because we're equal tier, we're both we got a weak hold and tier 0.
You might clear your stress before we start then, because the chart shows that you have 4.
Do I have 4?
Well, I don't know if you have 4, but it could just be not cleared from last time.
I cleared it from last time.
Have you reloaded yours, Paul? Because
I just refreshed it.
Okay.
I had to log in and everything.
Yeah.
I didn't do it on the thing. I did it on my sheet. I just didn't do it on the thing.
Oh.
Yeah, you know that the friends of the Fog Hounds are the Lamp Blacks and the Dockers.
Lamp Blacks.
Ooh, maybe we should get friends.
So, Michael, here's the question. If we move on the Fog Hounds to bring this war to a head, to take their turf as our turf move, simply to take their turf, is that a way of bringing the war to a head and having this final battle with them?
On that one, you can't really double dip in that case, because it has part of it's like, if you're gonna have the battle, you can go and take turf, but then they'll have people coming for you. If you're going after them, it's kind of going after them to
look at establishing turf instead of taking it, like just take over some abandoned building and do something with it.
You said it was the Lamp Blacks and the who?
And the Dockers.
Dockers. We get some nice pants, some nice khakis.
So, but here's the deal. If we take turf, it's not going to be as easy as walking in and taking turf. We're going to take stress. We're going to take damage. And then we have and if we're taking turf from them, then we have a battle, period. while we're injured, while we're wounded. Right now, we're on as even a footing as we're going to get. They're the same tier as us. They have the same hold as us.
All right. Well, let's just take the turf from some like crew our own size that only
I
has
think
a
what
little.
Mikey's saying is taking turf right now is going to then invite. If you do something right now that's not taking care of them, they are going to come after you.
Yeah. This is the best chance we're going to have to get rid of the Fog Hounds while we have equal footing, period.
Is to do the double battle.
Not a double battle, just to fuck them, just to kill them, just to end them. End the Fog Hounds now. Then we don't have that clock over our heads.
So
we can move forward with turf.
Clear the clock. You're saying clear the clock instead of taking turf, not
right. Because if we take turf, we're going to move that clock forward, and then they're going to attack us, and we're going to be weak.
Right.
If we attack them, we clear the clock, and then we're free to take turf without them over our heads.
Okay. And if we take their turf, I guess mechanically that doesn't weaken them anymore when they come after us.
They're already at tier 0 weak hold. They can't get any weaker.
Yeah.
They could just be done.
Right.
Then let's surprise attack.
So in our battle planning sessions, we're sitting here around the grotto drinking with Broke Tooth Tommy and Drudge and with Clinks and Edward and me and some bottles.
Yep.
How do we want to do this?
Right. I say
see if
we run in blazing.
Let me see if Conway can maybe scoop up a few of them on some bullshit charges, weaken them a little bit.
All right. You talk to Conway, and then I will go with Doggy, and we will scout it out and try and find the best place to attack them, so we can attack with advantage.
Right.
All right.
We got our.
And the way I'm thinking that would work, Michael, is that we'll go to survey or whatever, and he can make it with a +1 die because I'm helping him, or he can make his hunt with a +1 die because I'm helping him, and then he'd be the only one who makes a roll. Is that the way that would work?
For which?
When we're doing gather information.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I'm going to hunt.
And I'll help him to give him an extra die, but
that's going to be risky.
Yep.
In standard.
Yeah, and Mikey, how are you helping him?
I'm gonna be scouting out the situation, surveying, posting up on roofs, nodding, shaking my head,
pointing,
doing the count. There's 2 there, just being all sneaky and shit, like our backwoods Scovelandish brothers would.
And then for the gather information, what are you looking for?
The best place to hit them, the most effective amount of
to catch them by surprise and be most effective.
Where they are vulnerable.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yep.
2 6s.
Holy fuck balls.
Just so happens, you are in some luck. What they are currently doing, and as the 2 of you sort of head out and are checking these things out, you notice that there is a very strange lack of Fog Hounds in sort of the regular places. You do see a couple people wearing the Fog Hound colors go into a bar, and even just kind of coming close to it, you can hear like kind of the wild celebration of a group that is essentially getting itself ready for like a very large battle, probably coming in soon. They're bringing everyone together. At this point, you have a bunch of drunken Fog Hounds. And they will very likely be this way, with the way that they are drinking, at least until tomorrow.
I say we strike while the iron is hot.
Right. Well, we got to wait on Sis. She's gonna
send your bird to fetch her. We're going in.
She's going to talk to see if we can get some of these rounded up from by Conway. Anyone who might not be in the drunken revelry here.
Right.
In case they've got backup stashed anywhere, whatever.
A lookout or two.
I mean, somebody's probably doing something business-like.
Probably.
All right, so the double sixes mean we get to come back with questions for clarity if we need it and stuff like that. Cool. Sweet.
All right, Sai.
Ah!
All right, I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna grab
Do you have any stress left?
I have 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the prosthetic and just check the adjustments I made last time.
Mm-hmm.
And while he's getting changed, I'm gonna turn to Conway and say, so we're having some trouble with these fog hounds.
Yeah, we're very much aware.
Yeah, and probably don't need to remind you that we're having that trouble because of a favor we did for you. Could use a little bit of help. What?
It wasn't a favor; it was a job.
Still, it's one you came to us for. Helped you out, and we're now the ones suffering the consequences for it. Would really help us out if you could maybe get a few of them off the street, weaken them while we have some time to, strengthen and get ready for their assault because they are coming for us.
Go ahead and make a roll. That sounds. Would that be consort?
Whoa! That I went to click sway, and I bumped my level up to 4. I guess I'll undo that before I roll.
Oops.
Yeah, this seems to be this consort. Like this is a connection. From
Oh, okay. I'll do that again then. Fuck. I get 1 extra die for stress. What's the devil's
if you
bargain look
get
like
2
here?
stress, you get 1 die.
What's the devil's bargain look like here?
If you want to take devil's bargain, someone is going to overhear, and it's going to end up causing some more problems in the between the various blue coats, which will end up coming back to you.
But not until after the battle.
Correct.
Yeah, let's do it. This fucker can't be trusted. I won't finish this prosthetic. So I get an extra die for that then.
Mm-hmm.
6.
Boom.
Just a moment.
Asking you, half is our brother, half is the blue coat that got us into this. Whatever you can do.
And half because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
What's up? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Where was it from?
All right.
You
Wait, did you take stress, or did you have a second die?
I took the devil's bargain.
Oh, you had a 0 in it?
Yeah, I had 0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So as you're sitting there talking, it's one of those things like camera would sort of shift over. You see someone like another table just kind of perks his ears up, kind of listening. Like a smile kind of comes across his face. Yeah. Halfway goes. Well, we did have another group of the Bluecoats come into our territory, what they shouldn't have done. So maybe if a little bit happens over in theirs, that's just a little bit of payback. So tell you what, we'll do a bit of a raid.
Appreciate that, brother.
Okay.
Right.
We're heading into an engagement roll.
Yeah, we know where to hit them because that's so it's just an engagement roll now, right?
Yeah,
Who wants to do the engagement roll?
I used up my good rolls, so someone else should probably do it.
Yeah, Mike, you haven't rolled yet.
Yeah, put this on me, you fucks.
Did your engagement roll have a bonus, or do you get extra stash for battle?
We get 2 extra coin for battle.
Okay.
So
What are we
let's figure out
rolling?
how many dice. It's just engagement.
Okay.
It's technically a fortune roll, but the number of dice depends on several factors. So let's talk out the factors, Michael.
Your base fortune roll. Now, the major advantage, you got them in a place where they're drunk and celebrating. I'm going to give you a second major advantage because they're going to have a raid, which I think actually will take away the fact that you're on their territory. So you have a total of 3 dice to roll.
Rolling 3 dice. 6.
All right.
Huzzah!
One or more of us is going to die in this session because we started off so well.
You're like, why can't I roll anything but a 1? How can you roll a -4?
And on top of that, we're not going to get any experience because we're not rolling against
Desperate. Oh, I'm going to get experience because I'm solving problems with battle.
One of the things that may happen with the response to what you do could be making things a little bit more deadly. Drunken Fog Hounds. And let me also throw in a... Eventually a point where Foghound friends coming in as backup will likely be a problem because you are kind of on their territory. They do have people that will come in, but news has to reach them first, and then they have to get there, so it will take a little bit of time. So, tell me how you do this. They are in the bar. There was the raid a little bit earlier.
First, what load are you going in?
I'm heavy.
Heavy.
We got to mark it, though. That's all I'm getting at.
Yep, I marked it.
I say we come kicking in through the door and just through multiple. There are multiple entrances to this place.
Yeah, well, there's the front door. There's a back door, and then there's a kitchen exit.
All right, one of us front, one of us back, one of us kitchen, and we just come in and just end the Fog Hounds.
Okay, anybody wearing their colors goes down. Right? I mean, like, obviously I'm not going to kill the kitchen staff.
Anybody dumb enough to take a swing at me goes down.
Okay, no, that's fair. I'll take the kitchen.
I'll go in the front because that's who I am.
And then I'll go in the side.
Who's taking Broketooth and...
Me, because they're very effective with me.
Okay. It's Broketooth and Drudge.
Yep.
All right. So you are in a position where you are going to catch them flat-footed and kind of on their ass. What do you do?
I'm going to lead my cohort in to start routing these fuckers. So if I lead them...
Okay, I'm going to pull this up. I'll put this in this other window.
And actually, I'm going to go in through the side door like a couple seconds before they barge in, so I'm kind of already in place.
Mm-hmm.
To like slit a throat or something.
Cohort is quality and scale equals tier. They're the experts, or it's your rovers are the experts?
The rovers are the experts.
Yeah. The rovers are the experts. These are thugs.
Okay. Yeah, so...
There's 0 quality and scale.
And right now, the Fog Hounds are also 0.
Right, but mine are +1 effect because I'm commanding them.
All right.
Okay, I'm also, once I get into the kitchen, Chum is going to do a fly-through to kind of distract.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a dang bird in the kitchen. What? And then...
Maybe you don't need to kill the cooks.
Or technically,
No,
bam, bam.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to shoot unless there's one of them in the kitchen, but I'm coming in through the kitchen door to go into the room where they're all at.
Okay. And then, Sai, you said you're coming in just a moment early so you can...
Yeah, so I'm like already next to somebody when the front door kicks in.
Okay. Sort of like if you disguise yourself with a cloak or something so they can't tell, like...
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the ministry color is, what the uniform of the ministry is.
Our ministry, we're dressed like the Spanish Inquisition. Nobody expects this.
We're starting to. We keep running into you.
I'd say on the first score, we did have like a little like frocky type outfit.
Yeah, we...
So is the do we want to go with is the crow going through the kitchen the signal for Primo and the Primo Broke Tooth and Drudge to come in, or is it the other way around?
Sure, I'll let the crow through, and once the bird's launched, then
Yep. As soon as we hear or see the bird,
So
or
everyone's
the
like,
confusion
"The fuck is
caused by
that?"
the bird.
Through the door.
yeah.
Yep.
All right,
All right.
fly, be free.
I would go ahead and make your roll.
All right. Which one of us is making a roll?
Well, it sounds like is Dave the one who's signal for you?
Yes.
Yeah. So in that case, it's his action, and then it would go to yours. Then
Oh, he's doing a setup action. That's right.
And that's just a normal roll, or
yeah, I forgot. I was almost seeing I forgot about setup. Perform a set. Anyone who follows through on the setup gains +1 effect or improvise. Oh, yeah, it sounds like if you're trying to make enough of a racket,
yeah,
to make it a little easier on Mikey.
Yeah,
because what that'll do is you perform a setup action. Anyone who follows through gains +1 effect level or improved position. Mikey doesn't need improved
Position.
position because it's controlled coming in. So in which case the effect level will go up because they're all going to be wondering what the fuck's going on back there.
Okay. And what am I rolling for this one? Hunt?
Does that sound like a hunt action so much?
No. More like a wreck?
Yeah,
No.
I think definitely a wreck.
Okay. All right. And I don't have any. Do I have a bonus because it's not risky? It's controlled.
It's controlled.
And it's standard.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm asking. I have a 1 in it, so because we have them drunk. Was there? Did you say there was a bonus die for that?
It's not. No, the bonus die was just for the engagement roll.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Here we go.
All that's the reason why it's controlled.
I thought I rolled it. Didn't I roll it? There it is.
1.
Oh,
Crow don't wreck.
Yeah. So as you come in,
Someone just smacked
the
label
crow.
and knocked it
The
out.
crow heads through. There's one of the one of the people in the kitchen. Just like he throws a couple knives which don't hit the crow, but he's like, and you're someone's like, they're coming in. It has now gone from controlled back to risky.
sorry.
So, Mikey, you hear the commotion.
All right.
in the
Well,
back?
yeah, we're busting through. From controlled back to risky. So I'm. If I'm with them, am I rolling command or am I rolling skirmish because I'm with them? I'm leading the action.
I think let me double check stuff with the cohorts. Oh, that's all over here. $96. So, using the cohort, when you send a cohort to achieve a goal, roll their quality. You can oversee the maneuver by leading a group action. If you direct them, roll command. If you participate alongside them, roll the appropriate. So yeah, you would roll skirmish since you're going in and
Well, I'm going to lead the group action then.
yeah, fighting along with them. Yeah, so it'll go ahead and get their dice as well, which will add to it. So I'll go ahead and just roll a d6.
Okay, so I'm rolling my skirmish.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah. I'm taking stress on this.
Yep.
I'm rolling my skirmish. It's risky. Submit. I'm using my super intimidating weapon, so that's +1 effect. They get +1 effect. So we're at +2 effect from that. It was risky standard. So it goes great to extreme. Is that what happens?
So you get a +1 effect for them.
Yeah, and then a +1 effect for using my intimidating weapon.
Yeah, so it goes to extreme.
Awesome. There's that, and then I've got 2 dice in this. Can I take stress and a devil's bargain?
Devil's
Or is it
Bargain
an
will
either
actually,
or?
So Devil's Bargain will place their backups actually closer. So there'll be 2 ticks on the backup.
I'll take the stress. On 2 stress. So I'm rolling 3 dice, crossing my fingers, holding my breath, and getting a 4. 4 is my best.
Okay.
That's a full half. That has to count for something.
Oh, it does. So we'll say this: as you rush in, and you had what, extreme?
Yes.
Okay, so let me check. That one I actually need to make sure I put in the. Let's go to effect.
And I think I screwed up and rolled 2 more dice than I should have rolled, but the first 2 things I rolled were 4s, so my highest is still a 4.
Okay. Oh, the effect chart is going to be. I'm going to throw that in here real quick. Yeah, so we'll say it's here as you rush in.
They surrender.
Tell me what you do as you kind of wade through the Fog Hounds that are there.
Oh, we're walking through, and I'm purposely trying not to mindlessly kill everybody, but I do want to hurt them in a memorable fashion. I want to put the hurt down in a way that they will remember that you don't fuck with the ministry.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm swinging my big ass intimidating cudgel with the spikes on it, and Screaming and Broke Tooth Tom and Drudge are right beside me, and we're in lockstep, in just beating the fuck out of these guys, hitting them with chairs, hitting them over chairs, kicking them as they turn to attack us. We turn back, catch with an elbow, the end of the cudgel, the front. We are just wrecking machines.
Yeah, so as you head through, especially like the some of the less experienced ones, you just sort of mow down as you're heading through. A couple of the other ones, though, are able to sort of kind of get back to back.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a couple of leaders of the gang. You've got Bear, Moreland, Stefan and Rowan killed.
Oops.
Oh, Stefan and Rowan are the 2 that you killed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I killed Jared, and I killed 3 of them so far.
And Jared, Mikey. I just made a note on the thing. Yeah, so as you rush in, but a couple of them manage to kind of get sort of back to back to back. The situation has now gone to desperate, because you now have got a couple skilled fighters in a place where they know, and they've managed to back up into a position where it's a little harder to get to them. And Sai.
While the one I've positioned myself behind is distracted by them busting through the door and doing that, I'm going to reach behind him, grab him by the chin, hairpin to the eye.
Okay.
Are you going to kill this guy?
No, just pluck out his eye.
Just blind him.
I'm in a vicious mood these last and next 2 weeks.
I was just, I'm not going I'm not going for Pierce's brain depth. Just pluck out his eye depth. I got.
Is there any kind of bonus for him being like surprised by the attack from behind?
No, I mean the thing is all this stuff happens, so it's up at desperate.
It is
The good
desperate
news
now?
is you get that you get experience for rolling it.
Yeah, but it is desperate.
Mhm.
All right. I have 3 stress, and stress defaults to 6 minus what I roll to resist. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the stress. Or what would a devil's bargain be like in plucking out this guy's eye?
I'm doing the same thing. If you do, the backup will be closer. If you
All right, I'll take the stress.
Okay.
What does desperate do other than just change the description?
It means the like harm or something coming to you is going to be more deadly. Complications can be bigger.
Okay, but so it's not mechanical. It's descriptive.
Well, it is
Well,
mechanical in like if you're in a controlled situation, you get like person A stabs you, you would get like a minor wound, like the lower level. If it's a
Oh.
risky situation, you're looking at that middle level, the second level wound. If it's desperate, you're looking at like a third level.
Gotcha. Okay.
Go, son. Did you mark
Nice.
XP?
I'm about to.
Yes, sis. That's the way you tell them. Don't fuck with the ministry. Doggy, get your fucking bird in here.
That is actually, yeah. So as you like stab his eye, this is Bear. Let you do like the big ass dude.
Oh,
You're
nice.
just in a good position just to kind of, as he's getting up, just and just gouged out one of his eyes. And you've got like Razorback, Goldie, and Morlon, a few others that have kind of gathered up, but they're seeing like a bunch of their people down. As I'm assuming, Dave, you come out of the kitchen, guns.
Oh
in
yeah.
hand.
So the first 4 levels all came from Mikey's attack?
Because he went above grade.
I did. I went way above, but it wasn't me. It was me and Broke Tooth and Grudge and my big ass cudgel, and that's why it went above great.
5 dice and great. That's amazing.
So yeah,
Okay. Is it my turn?
No, I was at this point like they're kind of back up against the wall. They've got like knives out, but they're looking kind of like terrified and beaten in this moment.
This is it. The Fog Hounds are done. You're fucking done. If you show your face in our territory or anywhere we see you again, you're fucking dead, son. Do you understand me? The ministry has owned your arse. Now you can get the fuck out of here and keep breathing, or you can stay here and taste the end of my fucking cudgel. You understand me?
And Goldie just sort of stares you down, and like, you can just see like rage behind her eyes. Just
Do the math, Tot.
And I'm looking at this eyeball at the end of my pick, or at the end of my hairpin, going, ministry accepts this tithe.
yeah, and she just kind of goes, "Got it, Primo."
Roy, now, you're pretty good fighters. If you're ever looking for a job and you ditch those Foghound loser colors, you know where to find us. And I turn around back to them and walk out. Like, they are nothing. This is not it's fucking, I might as well turn my back on a child. Like, they are inconsequential. I just turn around and walk out.
Little bastard shot me in the ass.
Oh, I expected.
So on Mikey's cue, then I'm just gonna back through the kitchen door, unless they move. I'm gonna go. Like, I'm gonna hesitate.
No, they're just sort of waiting for people, and you just hear like the groans of sort of broken people who have been scattered along the floor.
Is there a bottle that's still
yeah.
in? All
And
right.
this
Well,
guy.
I grab the bottle and start drinking it on my way out because I'm like, fuck, I'm thirsty. It's thirsty work.
Breaking men is thirsty work. Yep, right. And back out.
Okay.
I didn't even get
Oh,
to
you know what?
shoot no one.
Fuck that. No. There's money on these fuckers.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not leaving without some of it.
We need a tithe.
I'm just
and an
grabbing.
eyeball. An eyeball's not going to pay the bills.
Broke tooth, drudge, grab some coin. And we're just grabbing, I'm sure they're probably gambling. We're just grabbing some shit off, throwing it in our shit on our way out. I'm going to take a pee real quick.
Okay. Like Doc Holliday in Tombstone.
Yeah.
Scoop the bag.
Take a pee as well.
Yep. Sounds like a good idea. Good bio break time.
And he pees right on their table.
That's what you get.
That went scarily well.
Yeah. I'm claiming credit for the decisive maneuver. And when Dave gets back, we need to make sure to thank him for securing the flour and the stew pots.
Yeah. Ooh, fuck. I coughed hard enough. Now I need a fucking ibuprofen. Holy shit. I'll be right back.
Hold on.
Oh, he's piloting a TIE fighter. That's why we can't hit anything.
Is that what it is? I thought he was in the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
He is now. He's in the TIE Fighter now. I think it's what he was in. My bad.
Whoop.
No, he's in the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was a TIE fighter. I thought that was why we couldn't hit anything.
Might as well be.
It's not like he was shooting womp rats.
Yeah, back home.
Not like he was helping much in the kitchen either, but
You know what?
Hey, I'm taking my moment of glory, okay?
Well, take your moment of glory and decide whether or not you're keeping the eyeball.
No thanks. Yeah. You're gonna keep the eyeball.
propose that if we do get a coin's worth of what we took, that at least one of those go to Conway to see if we can.
Okay. I'm trying these. Oh. I'm trying these headphones. Yeah, so it's. Okay, yeah. It sounds a little bit different, but also keeps my ears free, which means ideally less like ear infections and other problems like that, which is good. Cool. That's a little bit of getting used to. I think. Let me. Where the hell is the volume at? Damn it. Okay. Oh, right under here. Mikey did a epic toast once complaining about the fact that I just shave it because I feel like it. That son of a bitch. I'm almost thinking this. My hair should go over this. I was just messing with a hair tie. I had it on my wrist. Okay. Okay. So the other problem with this is I have a big ass head. So trying to. Yeah, that was one of those things where I'm like, they should have seen they had like an extra large. Yeah, at this point, you came through. It's one of those things where they're gonna they're gonna kind of still be hanging around just a few people as sort of like a tier 0 at this point. So like you kind of knock them back down to just a couple of their members. The what? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't think you don't have, or do you have? No, you're more alchemical stuff. You don't do the magic. True. A good lover. I don't know. Yeah. Um, Close your eye, give me your hand, bear. Well, that looks like that'll be 3 rep for, because they were technically a higher tier, even though they were technically brought down. You'll gain. It's technically like we'll say 4 coin. Plus, I think you get a bonus for battle. That's one of those things where you spend an action to like bring heat down. It'll bring. It was loud and chaotic, but I'm going to take it down by 1 since you did have them go in first. So we'll say 2 heat. Mm-hmm. I think. Let me check your crew thing again. Oh yeah, vaults are something you've got to like pick up. Yeah, so basically you'll have the. Yeah, you must spend the excess or put it in your stash. Yeah, so it says basically if you go above 4, um, maybe spend as soon as possible or distribute among crew members. And I believe see stash at right. Yep. And you can also throw coin into your stash for retirement, which will often, yeah, which will often also be a little bit about the quality level of your lifestyle. Nope, you can move whatever you want in your stash. This is it. Mm-hmm. And this is for each row of 10 that you put in your stash, ups your lifestyle. So right now you're living pretty poor, like around street life. As you get more, it's like okay, now you're making able to live a little bit better. Four is luxury. And you have. Let's check real quick. You still have a wand level of 1. go with. So, you get a visit not too long after this from the Lampblacks. There's a bit of the rivals coming in. Now, the thing you know about the Lampblacks, they were friends with the Fog Hounds and had been doing some work with them. Get back to... Yeah, former Lamplighter Guild turned to crime when they were replaced by the Electrics. Bazo Baz. Let me throw this onto the thing here. Oh, oops. Blacks. Comes by. Kind of they've got some muscle with them. Lampblacks are tier 2. So what's going to end up being is either forfeit 1 rep or 1 coin per rival tier, or stand up to them and take a -1 faction status. Kind of comes up and like the 3 of you are maybe drinking at the Leaky Bucket. Okay. And a lot of this will be if this gets into something where we get into like a lot of rolling or something, we can go ahead and take down napkins before, but I don't think it'll get there. Because Bazo comes in and goes, "Who's the ministry?" Yeah, I think we're talking about you. And kind of like, yeah, he goes, "Your best whiskey, whatever that passes for here." Yeah, he goes, "Yep." He goes, "You put some friends of ours out of business. That is a bit of a problem." He goes, "Well, you caused us a problem and a little bit of profit because you live in a city where there is order. And you, without the friends and without the allies, jumped into that order on someone, well, who frankly wasn't yours to take down. And that shit rolled uphill. Shit ain't supposed to roll uphill." No, there was some profit lost because they've been. He goes, "Fog Hounds were desperate, wanted to get forward, and well, yeah, they may have fucked up, overreached themselves, made an enemy they shouldn't have. By all means, I'd love to hear what your sister has to say." Bozzo's fine. We're at 2 coin for what was supposed to be delivered this week. We can find other purveyors after that, but you cut into our business. Grabs a whiskey, gets up, goes to the bar, along with his people. Yes. Goes. Kind of his one of his guys comes and takes them. Stands up, offers out a hand. I appreciate reasonable people and those we may someday be able to do business with. You made the right choice. Starts to leave, he turns around and goes, "Who took Bear's eye?" How tall are you? Okay. Are you like do you look physically intimidating or do you seem okay? You're not Brienne of Tarth. Um, yeah. He just kind of laughed. He's like, he was a little reticent to mention exactly what happened. That that takes some balls. I think you'll probably be fine. All right, and then they leave. Also, I just realized something that might be useful. Um, on the Blades of the Dark website, I had forgotten that there is an SRD. Basically, the game rules are all there and fairly easy to reference. Uh, Mine printed upside down. Yep. If only I was in Australia so I could read it. Yeah, because I was curious if someone made an entanglement roll with more stuff on it. Because this has just got those 3 per, makes it a little. Um, some of it might be there. You got like some. Yeah, I think so. There's a bunch of stuff on there, and a lot of that stuff I got out just since I kickstarted it. Like they always put the new stuff up on there, so you're able to just grab it. Yep. Yeah. What do you want to do as far as downtime goes? Mm-hmm. Wait, did someone take the devil's bargain for the blue coat schemes? Okay. Yeah, I was going to think Mikey actually passed it up. Mm-hmm. One. Fuck. That you ever rolled. 2 is better than 1. If you have to roll something, don't roll 1. Yeah. Got to admit, it's a weird way to have start Magnolia. That's my favorite. Still alive? Mm-hmm. Huh. Where'd you get that? Hmm. They have one of Dirk Diggler's penises? Right there at Disney World? Mommy, why is that man saying. Does it fucking hurt? I hope it fucking hurts. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Where do you meet him at? Okay. He's in there and he's got some of the people around him and he's kind of like taking notes and stuff on the new fighters and just and then how do you come up to him as he's just oh gods, what is it, Primo? A pit. Did you catch the list that you just rattled off? Make a consort roll. Yeah. Okay. He just kind of like leans in its back and goes, "You're a good fighter. You you made things interesting, but Primo, you got to get your shit together." You need to make you less of the rabid insane bloodthirst. Well, rabid insane. People you fight in the fight pits are not there to kill you. They're there to make coins, same as you. Takes it and goes, "I'll send it to him." Primo, do you even remember his name? Well, you wouldn't recognize his face. Maybe in a few weeks. Catch you around. Alright. That is your downtime. And now for Sai or Dougie. Yeah, but that's pretty good. And what was your vice again? Oh, that's right, yeah. Okay. Alright. Because your highest die. Did Paul freeze up? Okay. The highest die. Yep. So you overindulged. Um, Oh, how about if we go with this? You got two of the kids at the orphanage. Uh, as you're kind of, what do you do with the orphanage to help out? Okay. Um, yeah, and then the kids who are there. One of the kids comes in. He's got like some bruises and scrapes and cuts on them, and they're coming in, and they won't kind of meet your eyes while you're helping them. Nothing. You can't. Oh, Paul, you cut out a little bit. No, he's gone away. Sure. Oh, okay. And they're kind of like there's just then you see his eyes like dart towards the doorway and get a little bit more nervous. And when you turn and look, there's another kid, same age but like just bigger, who's there and who's just like, uh, 11. Mm-hmm. What? I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. What? He's like crying. He's got your knife in his throat. You hear something wet hit the ground, like start to dribble on there, and then you hear from behind you, sigh, and it is one of the. Is this like religious run or like private run? What? Oh, Nelson. He said Nelson. Just like sigh. What the hell are you doing? What's like, he is pissed himself. It's just like, and like the other little kid just is almost like catatonic with fear. He's watching this. She goes, "You may have seen too much violence, and you may not like it when it's starting young, but you're sure as hell not going to help by holding him against a wall and putting a knife to his throat." I won't do it ever again. I promise. I promise.
Travels the further car
She goes, I think for
going.
today you should probably get some rest.
Oh,
Go ahead and add 2 heat because she's gonna look into it and ask around a little bit about that. Was it us? Were we the ones talking about the jewel thief on YouTube? Yeah, I used to do that. I'll go after it, which was wrong. Yeah. Reduce heat. Intimidate the people in your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. Say it! Say it back! Yeah. So, then depending on what you do, that'll depend what the action roll is. Consort with friends who's a blue coat, and she arranges for a few incriminating watch reports to disappear. Maybe you command the fear of the local citizens, so they're afraid to snitch. But we're finding fear works. We say that can increase your effect. Or actually, instead of that, because part of the part is it reduces by the die. Add an extra die for that. It's under consort. Yeah, just an extra die because that depends how far down it goes. All right, goes down by 2. Okay. It's just like you punch them from behind, except they're looking the other way. They're look. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Um, like limited gets 1 tick. Just check something. Plus 1 result level per coin. Um, a weird chicken-like sound. It just how many ticks happen on it? It's like an extra. I have to go back up to check the actual ones. Yeah, greatest 3, standard 2, limited 1, 0, 0. Yeah, basically, yeah. 2. Yeah. Yeah, just get one on there. You're working on it, but it's a bit slow going. Yep. Hmm. Mm. I think the use acquire assets to get one of these. Yeah, I think what you're looking for like a permanent thing, which is more of a an XP based thing. Um, you could do a thing where you acquire like a service that you're then able to use at some point. Like it'll be like a one and done. It won't be a permanent. Yeah. Well, but the thing you can get an asset for people throughout there. The other thing is the amount of information you can get from a crow is just going to be limited. Um, as I said, you could acquire an asset, but it's not going to be like an every time thing. It's one that you could save up. You could just save until you want to use it. Well, delivering the message thing is not normally not that. I would say go with acquiring an asset because just delivering a message is something that usually can be kind of hand waved in a thing like this anyway. And like if your crow comes, there's probably some if like to someone you know sending it seems like something could be done. It's just it sounds like the technically what you have game wise, it's more of a almost a spotting crow because it helps with hunt. It's one of those things that kind of like lets you know or like distracts people, things along those lines. It's not a spy as such. Okay. Uh, yep. And these are friends and contacts you're looking at, so you get to roll one extra die for that. Yeah, the standard risky standard. Oh yeah, you also can spend coin after the roll to improve the result. Increase the result level by 1 for each coin spent. 1 through 3 becomes a 4 to 5. 4 to 5 becomes a 6. 6 becomes a critical. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you want to make a note here, if you want to put like an asset, like network of, you said gondoliers and what, runners and stuff? All right, that works for one. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll go ahead and mark down, was it 2 you mark down those when you train? 1. No, yeah, it's 1 unless you've got the thing that gives you 2 for, you said for prowess? Which I think you have the 1 for train prowess, right? For the crew? Which, yeah, which means you get to mark 2 on there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so your crew's actually getting fairly close to raising up the rep. Um, to go up tiers? Advancement, page 42. Um, yeah. Okay. So yeah, when you get 12 rep to fill the rep tracker in your crew sheet, when you fill the tracker, do one of the following. If it's strong, you can pay to increase your crew tier by 1. Oh, this costs coin equal to your new tier times 8. As long as your rep tracker is full, you don't earn new rep. Yeah, so basically you would need 8 coin. 8 coin. Mm-hmm. Once you pay and increase your tier, reset your rep to 0, reduce your hold to weak. Okay. So it sounds like what you're probably looking for is things like turf and such can help, but going after a couple like high-paying jobs. Okay. Are we actually okay with? It's a little bit early, but I've got a few things I should probably hit today before we have our PLC, and then tomorrow's the English day for the kids to be working. Are we okay if we call it here today and then try to do like one or two of those on Thursday? Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. That though is just dealing with sort of the entanglement stuff. I would say at this point they were still on your because they've been brought down. Well, no, they technically are still above you. But they don't put you. They don't automatically put you in desperate positions. I'd say no on that case. Yep. See that? Hmm. Oh, I might put some of those up there if you're showing some different things that you're. Hmm. The interesting thing is, if you get a bunch of turf, it's useful for going up, but it could get to the point where you just have to make more money so much. So it's kind of like grabbing turf is good, but it's not like grab a whole bunch because you're not going to be able to afford to move up. It, hmm. Yep. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Yep. Yeah. Okay. And sigh. I think what you all did was fairly mayhemish. I mean, you didn't blow stuff up, but yeah, I'd be good with that. And we've done some of that with that first. I would take one for that one because we did some of that with the mayhem earlier. For the ones, I would say definitely take one for that uh for, for holding the kid up and listen up, you little fuck. Okay, what's that one do? Do you want to make a golem? By the time and by the time it's done, we move over to our Promethean game. How did Brandon take that? Because that was the it was run by the person who left our Monster Hearts game, Mikey. Yeah, it's just and then it just makes stuff harder for other people. It's the fun part of the mortal.